This week we've done a couple of case studies, one being the fast food industry. We noticed a story making its rounds on social media, particularly about McDonald's, and we found that people were saying that the McDonald's fries were not made of potatoes at all. And the story escalated quite a bit over a 3 or 4 day period. And then McDonald's in the States did something very smart, and that's why they're my brand win for this week. They took one of the gentlemen from Mythbusters and took him into one of the McDonald's plants to see how everything worked, and he busted the myth officially on television to show that McDonald's fries are in fact made from potatoes. And I thought that was quite a clever PR strategy. And what it prompted us to do is have a look at the fast industry in its entirety, but just here in South Africa, here at home. And we've split each of the mediums. So we've looked at online separately to social media, to print and to broadcast. And what is astounding, and kudos to KFC. KFC own the market space in each and every single platform. In online, they dominate the market space by almost just over 38%. In social media by a whopping 45%. In broadcast, over 60% of the fast food industry belongs to KFC, and in print, just over 46%. It is astounding to see that in each medium, normally you'll see it in some mediums, but in each medium, KFC owns the market space as far as editorial share of voice is concerned. In online, KFC's closest competitor is Burger King. However, in social media, it is interestingly enough Nando's. In broadcast, the closest competitor is McDonald's to KFC, and in print, the closest competitor is Wimpy. So from a fast food perspective, McDonald's is certainly my brand win of the week as far as managing negative press, but as far as owning and dominating market space, KFC walks the market hands down. Then also we had another story break late last week, which was the Curro Holdings story. It started with a whisper and has escalated completely out of control in a short space of time. We heard the story break on one of the main prime media stations where Curro Holdings have a school in Roodeplaat where the parents of the students had raised a petition to the principal because they felt that there was racial segregation in the school. That's how the story was broken. When the story started to unfold, Curro Holdings were called for response, and they refused to come on air per se. They said they would come back at a later stage. And in my opinion, that's your first PR mistake. Deal with the situation as it happens, because what the next stage was is the word racism entered the conversation, and the next situation was that Panisi Lesufi ended up at the schools, inspecting the schools, finding that there was not a single teacher of color within that school. We found that Curro mentioned in the media over the past 7 days, almost over 30% of their inserts refer to the word racism. That's a massive amount of press. Today, for the first time, we're seeing the story break that the principal of the school is saying they're recruiting teachers from university. So university leavers, teachers of color, are now being recruited to the school for the first time. And that is the first attempt to rectify that PR bad message. In my opinion, any negative story, specifically when it's been broken on a leading news station, needs to be addressed as it happens. And that, for me, as a media monitoring organization, is the reason why we exist, is that you know when the story breaks and that you have the ability to exercise your right to reply immediately and hopefully kill the fire within the hole.